Hey YouTube, it's Evelyn. So I did this gig about a little over a week ago, and I played Battle Hymn of the Republic, which I had to edit some things to make it work, and then I did taps. Well, interesting enough, when I was trying to see, where my video was, how it was doing, I saw there were a lot of videos over how to play taps. Well, I watched them, and I don't want to say they were wrong, but they definitely didn't get it right. So, this is me trying to explain to people how to play taps. Now, first thing that we need to realize is the history of taps. Taps has not always been a funeral tune. It originally came up to be in the Civil War era. Well, this is interesting because we all know taps to be played at funerals or at memorial services. So, I think one of the things people need to realize is it used to be for lights out, and I think it still is for lights out. So, basically, when you research into it, there's a couple of videos on YouTube that go really well into the history, but I'm just going to hit the main points. Basically, the first time it's ever been noted for being played at a funeral was in, like I said, Civil War, and it was because a captain was burying one of the soldiers, and traditionally you would fire off 3 shots. Well, the fighting had stopped for that period of time, so the captain didn't want to confuse anybody and be like, oh, fighting started again. So, instead of doing that, he had a bugler come and play the lights out. Well, from there, it became officially a part of the military service in 1891. And we all know about President Kennedy and any soldier who dies, active or non-active, it's played at their funerals. Well, one of the things I found watching those videos was when they were playing it, they didn't really get the emotion right, because taps is supposed to be, it's supposed to comfort families or anybody who's ever had a family member, friend in the military who died, whether it was active or non-active. And in these videos, I found they were just playing notes. And some of the other videos said it's around 24 notes. That's wrong. It is exactly 24 notes. So, when playing taps, you need to give it a little more respect than you would with any other thing, because this is how us trumpet players and buglers give back to the country and the people who fight for it. And the reason why I say our country is because taps is known to be an American thing. You probably can hear it around the world, but when it comes to being an American, this is something that's ingrained into us. You hear those first 3 notes and you know exactly what somebody is playing. Now, another thing is it is played in 3 different keys. However, the military, from what I've seen, plays it in 1. It's most commonly played in 2, which is the key of B-flat concert and F concert. Well, it's more commonly played in B-flat. You can also play it in E-flat concert, and these are all C instrument keys. These are not B-flat keys. So back to what I was talking about earlier, when you play it, you are more likely going to play it in the key of B-flat. Now, The issue with that is maybe not everybody has the range to go up to the top F. It's not that high, but for some people it can be. And that's why you have the option to play in the key of F, because it's lower. But when playing taps, you need to know who you're playing it for, and you need to know what they want. More times than not, they're probably going to want you to play the B-flat version. Now, when playing taps, you have to play it with sustain, and it needs to be pretty, but it is a bugle call. Now, what I mean by sustain is taps has lyrics. You wouldn't sing a song choppy and separated, so why would you play taps choppy and separated? So I prefer playing it in the key of B-flat because that's what you should be doing. I don't own a bugle, and bugles are much brighter sounding than a B-flat trumpet, so I prefer using my C trumpet. Now, if you don't have a C trumpet, you can always play it on a B-flat. So when you play it on a B-flat, you would be starting on G. And you would go up, and it's an arpeggio basically, and you would go up and down accordingly. Now, because I'm playing on a C trumpet, I start on F. It's the same pitch, but it's not the same note because it's different instruments. So, when I play it, now apologies for this room, the acoustics aren't very great, but when I play taps, this is how I play it. That's not the best performance I've ever done, but that should give you an idea of how to approach it. As you could probably tell, I use vibrato. Now, you don't have to, but it's like a personal choice. It makes it prettier, it makes it a little more emotional, depending on where you're playing. The end, I didn't do a good job of playing the decrescendo that I normally do. I have a video, and it's pretty much what I do for taps. And basically, when you're playing taps, be respectful to the people you're playing it for, because it is for them. Make sure you're playing it in the proper key, and make sure you play it as if you were singing it. So, hopefully you enjoyed this and maybe took something out of it. If not, sorry. So, that's it, and have a nice day.